Hi there, Steve Hart. I wanted to make a video here about something that was brought up recently in one of our spiritual gatherings. And the question was, why is it that people do evil things? And if you think about it, you try to make a logical sense out of it. Because why would somebody do something so evil? Well, I have to share with you my conclusion after meditating upon this was that people do evil things because they think and they believe that they're doing something good. Now, and I know that may be hard to believe for you, but you have to perceive it or as they perceive it, in meaning that they're taking action based upon their knowledge and their understanding of who they are and what they believe in. And they have to believe that they're doing something good. I know people within our groups have asked about, well, what about these elite people who are ruling the world and doing such evil acts and enslaving people? Well, that's just it. They think that by enslaving people, they're doing a good thing, but the people need to be enslaved. The people need to be led because they don't know who they are, which is quite true if those who play the victim of being a slave, they are giving up their right, their sovereignty to the elite, who think that they're doing a good thing by giving leadership and direction. And yes, they do control them, and they do terrible evil acts upon different individuals. Not all of them, but some do. And those who are so corrupted, who do so, are believing that they're doing a good thing. Maybe not to the person they're perpetrating this act upon, but for themselves. Now, I know this is far-fetched, and you may say, well, how can this be? Well, I'm going to tell you, some people believe that these people are not even humans, and that's the reason why they do what they do. Well, there's some truth to that, and they are humans, but they're being controlled by spiritual entities that are not human. And I'll just say this. There is a demonic spiritual realm that only know to do what they are programmed to do. They don't know who they are. It's believed that they're fallen angels. And if they are fallen angels, at one time they were angels, and now they have forgotten who they are. And therefore they live in the darkness, and they only know darkness. They don't know the light. And they fear the light, actually. But in the darkness, they act upon what they've been programmed to do. And in the darkness, that's what the darkness does. It programs to do evil acts. And they take advantage of people in the world, human beings, when humans are also experiencing the darkness. And when we, for example, the hate itself. When we as humans, if someone hurts us or something happens that we don't like, and the normal ego reaction is to hate that person. It's much easier to hate them than to try to understand why they're doing what they're doing. So when we hold on to that energy of hate, then those demonic realms jump upon that. They feed upon that. Even to the point where if they can convince the person that is holding on to the hate to let them possess them, they will do so. And when that happens, that's when there's a total distortion of who that person is, because they're now being controlled by a spirit entity that's not them. That's not part of the human part of them, not part of the divine within them. Because I believe that in every human being, in every other creature, that there is the divine spirit within them. Sadly enough, some of these people are possessed by evil spirits. Now, I want to read to you just a little clip here, and I hope you can handle this. Because I know when years ago when I first heard some of this, I had trouble accepting it. And when I shared it with other people, I've watched their faces, and they had trouble accepting it too. And please understand, this is not easy to receive. in 2 Corinthians 11, I'm going to start at verse 13. Paul here is speaking, and here's what he had to say. And I'm reading from the King James. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. No wonder, for Satan himself transforms himself into the angel of light. Therefore it is no great thing of his ministers to also transform them into ministers of righteousness, whose end will be according to their works. So basically what he's saying here is that Satan himself has to transform himself into an angel of light. He has to make who he is and what he does as being good, as though it has come from the divine. So he said, don't wonder, don't be marveled at the fact that this is what Satan does. And he has to do this. Anyone who is perpetrating evil has to make it look good. Otherwise, others would not receive or be open to it. So when we feel that we have to hate someone, we feel that we're doing the right thing for ourselves and for them. But the truth is that hate is actually causing destruction and damage within our soul, within our minds. But we don't understand it unless we understand who we are in the spirit of the divine love of God. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I know I've been thinking about this for some time and decided I was going to step out and go ahead and share it with you all. And it may be a little controversial, but I think it might shed some light as to help you understand why you're seeing the evil in the world, why you're seeing people commit these evil acts. And more is going to be disclosed here in the near future, so don't be startled by it. Don't be in wonder, because Satan himself disguises himself as an angel of light, and to deceive people. So God bless. Bye now.